If you build something like this, any LEGO fan will tell you you've committed a crime. This is called an illegal building technique. It's considered illegal because these connections put stress on the plastic. Over time, that pressure can damage your bricks, which is why LEGO designers are strictly forbidden from using them. But if I showed you this build, you would think it's illegal too, right? Well, it's actually not. These are the most illegal looking techniques that LEGO actually allows. 4 of these brackets can be put together to make a square with a tiny gap in the center. And this gap is the perfect size for a bar piece like this to fit through it. And because there is zero stress on the bricks, it's a fully legal build. If you take any 2 LEGO plates and snap them together at a 90-degree angle between the studs, like this, it's actually considered illegal. However, if you take a plate and a tile and connect them the same way, it's a fully legal build. And LEGO has even used this build on some of their sets, like on top of this airplane. While 2 inverted brackets won't fit together on the bottom of a 1x2 brick because they press against each other, using 1 normal and 1 inverted bracket works perfectly, making for a really interesting and legal building technique. This panel piece can be fitted like this onto any plate big enough. It may seem illegal, but it sits comfortably next to the studs. And LEGO has even used this technique in official sets, such as this stadium. Since the 2010s, LEGO has replaced its clip pieces with this newer and thicker U-shaped design. Unlike the original piece, this shape gives the perfect amount of room for a grill piece to perfectly attach to the clip on its side. This newer clip can also attach to different pieces, like tiles. When you press this 1x4 plate into these Technic holes on the side of this brick, you can feel the parts resisting. That's because any plate longer than a single stud creates stress on the plastic, making it an illegal technique. But if you use this 1x1 round plate, it fits perfectly every time with zero stress, making it one of the only legal ways to fit a stud into Technic holes. On a standard LEGO grid, you're usually locked into building stud by stud. However, this 1x2 jumper plate allows you to place a brick half a stud out of its normal position, which can be used for some interesting building techniques. Like how I was able to make these really small driveways next to these mini houses. Any 1x1 round stud can fit in between the 4 studs on top of a brick or a plate. Although it is a little hard to place the stud there, it is fully legal because when in place, it doesn't put stress on the bricks. And my favorite legal building technique has to be putting a cheese slope in the back of a brick.
Wait, why is it not coming out?